Hey everybody, how's that full moon for you? Oh wow. To say that we had a DEFCON 5 nuclear autism meltdown at the Christmas light parade, um, yeah, that would be an understatement for what went down for this family on the full moon. Holy moly. Damn, it got ugly, and it got ugly very quickly. So some good things that came out of it. James, as everyone knows, is in Germany. He had his first hyperthermia today, so it was me, to kind of handle the meltdown, and I, with great difficulty, just because of size and the degree at which we were actually vibrating at that moment, I was able to, extract the small human and get him at least far enough away from the overstimulation and whatever else was going on before, the girls joined me and for reinforcements. And 6 months ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So kind of like in the world of Lyme, autism ebbs and flows. And in Boy Wonder's case, there is a neurological Lyme autism link. And I know that Harvard is looking at this link, and there's lots of groups on Facebook about this. And in his respect, we hit positive on one band, indeterminate on another, and then negative on everything else. Now he was, I think, probably just on the cusp of his 3rd birthday when we did the testing, and he's 5 now. So definitely need to get some new labs. And with Cameron, we'll probably go through DNA connections and do the urinalysis test, just because it'll take 6 people to hold him down. So anyway, so that was the full moon bucking bronco for us, and I hope you guys fared better. I have a new protocol, and so I kind of wanted to go through that really quickly and then kind of talk about what I've been up to lately. So some of the things that I was discharged from Germany with, I'm still taking. So we have the ginkgo and the lithium orotate. Some people did great with the lithium, some did not. So I know that there is a gene mutation that has an effect on how your body processes the lithium. So make sure, you're getting everything checked out with your doctor here, and if you're gonna go to Germany, with them as well. The modified citrus pectin, that was a discharge supplement, as was the SAM-E and the alpha GPC. They just keep testing really well. My physician here uses a Vega machine, and just the body is really still needing these supplements, and so they're still in my protocol. Things that we've added since James is gone and I'm needing some energy: the D-L-phenylalanine, try and say that 5 times fast, and the acetyl L-carnitine. And then I'm also testing So Lovely in the gut. Oh, and Troy Fortify. Now, you guys are getting this in like toothpaste tubes. And sorry, I have a little runny nose. I get mine in packets. So I don't know if this would be easier for dosing or what. But I tested for a fungal infection. Thank you, apple pie, over Thanksgiving, for waking that up. It was always there. And on a whim, I grabbed the ABART and the AL complex. Both are Byron White, before I went to my last visit, and so now you can kind of see what they look like. And both tested really positively. So this, I believe, is 2 drops 2 times a day, and this is 3 drops 3 times a day, which if you read the instruction, it's like 1 drop 2 times per week. But I'm not feeling crappy. I'm not feeling like I have a whole bunch of die-off, so that's actually really good. So I'm still on the Cemento, which this was also a discharge deal, the vitamin D3, and then Apiostom. to really help the liver and the gut and all that kind of stuff, move things along. And of course, I don't have the box anymore, but this is, if you can see, it's Allimax, Allison, for the gut, which means absolutely no sugar of any kind, which clearly I have some sort of sugar challenge. I'm not going to say problem, but it's a problem. So I am also supposed to be taking these 4 supplements, and I don't have them. The 5-HTP to really kind of help get the sleep kind of regulated again, Interface for the infection, and SAT, which is a Per-Q product. Oh no, it's a Thorne product, sorry. And that is also for the infection. So, lots of water. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Mr. Carter arrived at the clinic on the 3rd. And actually was checked in by Dr. Savo, and did all of, the lung function tests, the EEG, EKG, the whole 9 yards. He met with ERS, went through his blood work, and started his IVs. He, at about midnight our time, he went into hyperthermia. I stayed up so we could chat. And there's a mom there, Laura, who I chatted with when she was first getting the news on her kiddo. And so she's been keeping tabs on him for me. And so, she's just been like, hey, he's doing this and he's okay, and all that great sister stuff. Thank you for all of that. So I imagine James is just snoozing and sweating like a mother in the recovery/observation room. He's the kind of guy that sleeps when he's incredibly unwell, and so I'm sure his body's just in shutdown recovery mode. So he's doing good. He didn't like the therm, but he's not really a water kind of, like a hangout, float kind of water guy. He's more of a sailing, surfing kind of water guy. So he did try it though. So thank you, honey, for trying. And he's met some really great people. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of the ladies that have been keeping tabs on him and kind of updating me through text messages and direct messages through Facebook. I'm sure he's going to be like, how'd you know that? And so what I've been doing since about the week of Thanksgiving is I've actually spoken with 4 separate families, 2 that were locally. One, the Lyme warrior, is actually a classmate of Bella's. And so I met with her mom, who's an RN, and just kind of went through the connections here, who I know is a practitioner, who I don't, what supplements I'm taking, what to kind of look for, based on stuff with Bella. Great thing about her kiddo is that she's an elite athlete, so her diet's super clean. She's already on some supplements. And so they're beginning to treat and naturally, and they're going to, I guess, just kind of see where it goes with Germany in their back pocket. Another mom, she's a lifetime warrior herself, come to find out. She was tested not too long ago. So her 2 kids, which they're actually grown-up kids, are congenital, and then they've both been bit. And so last spring, early summer, they went to a clinic in Puerto Vallarta. So we kind of talked about the similarities and the differences, where the 2 protocols diverge, and just really went through the St. George protocol. And then there's a gentleman in Canada who he just had a whole bunch of questions about the clinic itself. He is slated to begin treatment after the new year. And then a young lady in Massachusetts who is really struggling and has really been failed by her care team. So we talked about how to assemble a good care team. Kind of what does that look like? How does that feel? What basic labs she needs to look for. she's got some serious concerns about some gene mutations. So we talked about that. And then I was actually able to call another Lyme mom who I met at St. George and who lives in her area, and connect those two, and then just find out what practitioners are really kind of worth their weight. And so it's been really great to connect with patients and parents, because it makes, in the end, it makes you feel like you're not so alone. You know, I mean, here we are, we have these kiddos and they look great, they look fine. And so how do you explain to your friends that, no, you can't go do whatever? Or that all of a sudden your kid's having migraines or some weird rash, or all of a sudden they can't tolerate this certain food and you're in the ER for this, and they haven't slept, you know, in 3 days and you don't know what to do. I mean, all of those things, the schools, dealing with the schools, Jesus, and, you know, asking for a 504, and, you know, then escalating up to an IEP and all the documentation. Coaches, music teachers, basically everybody and anyone that has anything to do with your kid, it's isolating, because they're looking at you like, okay. And as more people talk about this disease, and especially the link with kids, I think the easier it's going to get, but we really are at the forefront of this tipping point. And so to be able to connect these parents together, just to connect myself, so that they know that they're not alone, and that when they bring up to their family that they're going to put their kid through whole body hyperthermia, not hyperthermia in the US to 104.5 or 105, because it's crap and it doesn't work, but whole body hyperthermia, 106.8. You're going to take your kid to Europe and you're going to do what? Are you out of your mind? What if they have a seizure? What if they die? No. Well, you know what? If you were in this boat with the hole in it that's sinking at a rapid ass rate, you would jump ship and you would go to Europe too. So just to let them know that, yeah, I did. I put my kid through it. And you know what? I'm looking at how I can do it for the boy wonder. He's 5. He can't talk. Imagine what that's like. And so he may still be autistic when we are all said and done. But I know there is a mother effing spirochete that has something to do with his speech delay and his apraxia. And I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Sorry. It's been a hard couple of weeks. So it's good to not feel alone. I mean, today I reached out to my local Autism mommies group, and I was like, fuck, man, we are a shit show. And everyone was like, oh, thank God somebody said something, because we are too. And it just, knowing that you're not by yourself, it makes things so much easier to carry and to process. And so you guys, keep calling, keep reaching out. That's why I'm here. I'm happy to talk. And if I can't, I flat out tell you, like, it's not a good time. So, sorry about that. Let's talk about the holidays. 'Cause it's so much fun. As I totally snapped at my mother on the phone today. I was like, I do not have the emotional bandwidth for this right now. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, Mom. People get a little wiggy. A lot wiggy. And so the holidays are really hard. So for all of you warriors out there, I just encourage you to be really mindful of your energy, of the stress coming your way. The holidays in and of itself is stressful, because we do the whole mind F. Oh, I can't give this, and I can't do that, and I can't go here, and I can't. Take that word out of your vocabulary and concentrate on what you can do. Okay? You can pick up the phone and call someone and tell them that you love them. That's what the holidays used to be about, was spending time with each other. And for a lot of us, we can't even do that. So concentrate on what you can do, where you can go, where you can be. And if you've got someone coming at you and they're projecting all of their, lovely holiday cheer of, this was really important to me and I can't believe you couldn't come, and do your best to listen and to process and to not get down on yourself. And they need to vent. And then also for all of you that love a warrior and a Lyme, know that we want to go, we want to be there. Whatever your special event is, your party, your cookie exchange, whatever it is. But go back to the spoon theory video. And we have 12 spoons. How are we going to spend them? And some days it takes 4 spoons to get your ass out of bed and go to the toilet and brush your teeth. And sometimes it takes 4 spoons to take a shower because you haven't showered in 4 days. And you smell. And just realize that your warrior does not want to be in the spot that they are. And so for you warriors, really maintain your bubble. And when you've got some stress coming at you and some toxicity it's not meant to be toxic. It's not meant to be hurtful. But everybody gets wrapped up in their own shit. I mean, even we do. Especially we do. Really spend your energy maintaining that bubble. And for those of you that love a Lyme, if that person is distancing themselves from you and needing some time to retreat, really look at yourself. Are you projecting? Are you laying a whole bunch of your stuff on them because they can't rise to the occasion and be the person that you want to be? Well, here's the fucking 411. They're not the person they want to be. And it sucks. And the holidays make it worse. There's so much pressure. And we do it to ourselves in our own head. And it's not because they don't love you. It's because they're sick. And chronic Lyme disease does exist. And Morgellons does exist. And chronic migraines do exist. So you guys, really, the spirit of Christmas and the holidays is about love and kindness for yourselves and for each other. And I'm in the midst of practicing it for myself, because I'm always like, okay, what did I do wrong? How could I not have planned a contingency escape? How could I have not seen that he was dysregulated and it was a full mother effing moon? Diarrhea. So I wrote it all down in like a blog. I don't even know what the hell it was. And I just was like, done. And then I cried. And then I cried 2 days later when I dropped him off, and I got my first break by myself. Kindness, you guys, forgiveness, love. Practice it. It's a good thing. And even though it's butt-ass cold here in Colorado, I got outside. I took some steps. I felt the sun on my face, even though I was like, I have so much to do. Self-care. And love my girls, because they have been seriously stepping up so that I could still go to Pilates class. And so that's what the holidays is about. It's about taking care of each other. And so from this ship of fools, or I call it the loony plane, the loony ship, I'm not sure. I have a couple of different phrases for it. Yeah, being captained by this unstable individual. Woo! Happy holidays. Mwah! Love and light and health and wellness to you from this crazy land of Lyme and autism. And I wish you all just a breath. And I will see you guys soon. I will see you before we hit the holiday. All right? kindness, love, forgiveness. Okay, talk to you guys soon.